Good afternoon, I'm Ian from Coffee Tech. I'm here today to demonstrate the Vitro X3 range to you. We have the Vitro X3 Duo out of shot with distance selection, and we have here the Vitro X3, which I believe you're interested in. If I talk a little bit about the machine, essentially this has become a huge part of our success based on its reliability, its simplicity, and also its quality of drink. If we talk about the machine from the outside, on the top here we have some space for cups. There is a little bit of warmth to the top here which will take the edge off any china cups, any coldness, but it won't really be used as a cup warmer. We have a rail to prevent any cups falling off, and we also have a bean hopper that sits slightly above the lid of the machine so you can see the beans within the machine, giving it a true espresso bean to cup feel. If we look at the front, we have a tempered glass screen which you can wipe clean with any sanitizing liquid. And then also we have an LED display which will transmit any messages from inside the machine out to the front so you know what's going on in there. If we look at the front and the drink selections, we have 10 selections. Within that we have 2 black coffees, so an espresso and an Americano. We have 2 dedicated chocolate drinks, leaving the rest white coffees available for specialty drinks. For example, white coffee, cappuccino, latte, flat white and mocha. We have a dedicated hot water button with an individual spout for hot water. Our dispense point here is 12.5 centimetres approximately, depending on the legs, but you can also raise it up if you need to get a travel mug under there by purchasing a plinth from us. But this will give us enough space for a 12-ounce cup comfortably. We have a dual dispense point for the espresso, giving a true coffee shop style coffee. This menu here is a standard menu, but there is some flexibility to change this around accordingly to your requirements. We have within this machine a 14-gram brewer, but we also have a variable group that we're launching very soon, and also a smaller group if you're just having a standard 8 or a 9-ounce drink and you only want 7 or 8 grams of coffee. This machine has a syrup kit to the side. It's a component that's not quite yet available with us, but will be available shortly. And on the inside of the machine, this bean hopper is locked in place when this is locked shut, so you can't access anything like this or any of the soluble canisters without opening the door for security. On the inside of the machine, if we start with the coffee side of the machine, we have a 1.5 kilo hopper, a professional M03 grinder with mechanical metal burrs, and also a doser which can be adjusted, guaranteeing control of the coffee that enters this brewer. The grinder itself is based on a traditional grinder that you will see in a coffee shop all over Europe. This brewer, like I said, is 14 grams, but it can be adjusted accordingly with a mechanical fixed tamp, and this is all controlled through the software. If we take a look at this side of the machine, we have 3 canisters. We have a milk canister, a chocolate and a coffee. This coffee would normally be a pre-select decaf, or you could have 2 dedicated white or black coffee buttons for decaf. You may choose that your machine could be configured with a larger chocolate canister or a larger milk if you felt that the pre-selection of coffee, soluble coffee, was not required. You'd then have separate mixing bowls. These mixing bowls just pull off and can go into the dishwasher. They are dishwasher safe. That would be required to be cleaned on a daily basis, just dependent on your usage. To fill these canisters up, you turn the nozzles like this, you pull them out, nice and easy, and you take the lid off and then you pour your product in there. These don't need to be cleaned. You might just want to give the nozzles a quick wipe now and then. This machine isn't plumbed in, so we're not going to show you any drinks from this, but this area here is all stainless steel, which is easy wipeable. The drip tray has a sensor beneath here that you might or might not be able to see from my camera. And that sensor, when this liquid dispenser is filled up, will activate and deactivate the machine from making any more drinks while the drip tray is full, just stopping any spillages, etc. There is the potential to have a drop through waste if you want, through your worktop into a bucket or also into a mains waste away. If we open this up, you'll see the dual dispense from the espresso, you'll see a hot water pipe, and you'll see the pipes coming in here from the mixing bowls. This is a dual width coffee grate bin, holding approximately 80 to 90 cakes dependent on size of cake. There is some movement on that. So, if we look at the machine back to the start, the espresso, we would press the button, it will grind the coffee, it will dose it into the brewer, and then it will pump using 9.5 bar of espresso pressure, giving that crema that we see and taste every time again in coffee shops across the country.